Hamjambo mabibi na mabwana, jina langu naitwa Maro Maua na mimi natoka Kenya, na mimi ni mwanaharakati wa masuala ya mabadiliko ya tabia nchi, na kwa sasa nafanya kazi ya kujitolea katika kanisa letu la Kiinjili la Kilutheri hapa nchini Kenya. The truth of the matter is that the Horn and Sub-Saharan Africa continues to face the pangs of the extreme droughts year in, year out. Fatal, life-taking floods continue to affect the least developed countries. A good example is South Africa. In Kenya alone, we have had to face a persistent famine period that took over 3 million livestock, leaving our people suffer as a result of climate action. Madagascar continues to face the pangs of cyclones. We cannot ignore the high rising sea levels that many other countries are facing. And as a result, this has had to affect countries. We continue to languish in poverty. Most of the times we face wars between communities. There are conflicts because the little resources left leave the youth scrambling and fighting for inaccess to education. When our agricultural system is hit, when we have nothing to eat, our girls, our children can no longer go to school but are left looking for means and how to survive. As I've said earlier, it's not just about education, but it's about gender inequality. And indeed, the situation calls for an urgent appeal. But I want to thank our government. I want to thank the leadership of the day that continues to govern the people of Africa, the continents and least developed countries, because we've come up with good initiatives. Number one, we have managed to bring on board the youth who continue to raise awareness. And the youth have come up with a network. A good example is the Global Young Reformers of the Lutheran World Federation, the Climate Yes, a global ecumenical movement, and together with many other networks. The youth have decided to stand as a shield to not only defend ourselves, but also the future generation. I also want to applaud the voices of the faith-based organizations, and they have come up to form an ecumenical movement. A good example is the Lutheran World Federation, the ACT Alliance, the Mission 1/8, who keep on raising awareness and advocating for this change. Lastly, as I try to finish, we have had to go to the ground and come up with initiatives like tree planting, restoration of oceanic biodiversity, which again are in line with our own government policies when the president directed us and together with some other organizations on how best we can survive by planting at least 1 billion trees each and every year. A lot has to be done. From my end to your end, my name is Maro, a high-level champion for climate action. Have a lovely day.